All right. Steven, roll me initiative.
Uh-oh. 13.
Okay, let me just check out their stats real quick. Okay, that barely beats them out. So I don't have a map for this right now, but so this is Mind's Eye. But Steven, you've been running through your jungle for a while now. Um, since you are the one who is starting us off, why don't you explain a little bit about Sylvis, just to catch us up a bit?
Okay. The name Sylvis is a blood hunter. He can turn into a monkey, a gorilla to be exact, and he is a dabbling alchemist. And his preferred weapon is gun.
So, earlier today, you decided to go against a horde of gorillas. Very large, very strong and overpowering, but you had a few tricks up your sleeve. After an intense fight, you were able to secure a interesting item, a red stone that looks like it pulses with blood. And you are currently fleeing from the gorillas. As I will make the music a bit more actiony. A quick look inside your cartridge or your container for your bullets. You can tell easily that you have 10 bullets, but you know very well that 10 bullets is not going to be enough to put down the horde that is chasing you. So you're kind of on the back foot, just trying to get away, basically. You got something that they clearly want. That's good enough for today. So we're going to do a small skill test challenge for you to try to do a chase to get away.
Okay.
You can choose the skill choice checks, but it's just a matter of how you are trying to create distance from the monkeys. It is up to you how you wish to do that.
Would they, are they normal monkeys? Like run-of-the-mill normal monkeys, or are they considered fiend?
In this situation, they are normal beasts. They are just normal beasts.
Okay, then we'll probably just go with survival.
Okay. This will be the skill set challenge will be a best of 5. So either 3 successes or 3 fails. But yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, survival to expedite find the best trail.
Okay. I would say that, yeah, that's a very easy success. You are doing a good job as moving quickly through the trees and also trying to prevent leaving evidence as well. Trying to minimize the amount of steps you're taking on the ground and being careful about which leaves you break as they may incline which direction you're running.
Okay.
You immediately hear a whizzing sound, as you can tell that they have one of the leaders is throwing a giant rock, and you hear it cleaving through the trees. What is your immediate reaction?
Acrobatics.
Okay.
To dip, dodge, dive out of the way. 14.
I would say that's alright. At least to not get directly impacted. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to roll to see what the rock... If you had failed, if the rock would have directly impacted. Does a 16 beat your armor class?
It does not beat my armor class, it meets.
So yeah, you can feel the rock brush against your back as you dive out of the way, preventing any massive damage from being taken. But you can tell they still very clearly see where you are. Luckily, you can tell that they took a bit of time to actually set up that rock, so they had to like slow down a bit to get the shot right. So you actually are able to make a pretty clean breakaway.
Can I then use stealth to try to duck away, get ahead to a point where they would not be able to see me or sense me?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
That will be your first fail.
These dang monkeys!
You get the feeling that you're quickly running out of leg room. Like, the more you keep walking, like, you feel like you might end up in a situation where you're pressed against the wall, unless you think of something quick.
Can I use insight to determine a path the monkeys would not go down?
One more dangerous route. Okay.
Exactly.
Uh,
Bro! What is this?
Same double, I guess. So, you try your best to take a more dangerous path. You feel it kind of... There's some very sharp plants. They start to cut into your arms and legs as you're running. Suddenly you break through the trees, and you find yourself on the edge of a cliff. There is water below you, but it is from what you can see, it's a very big drop. And you hear the sound of monkeys starting to close in on your location. This will be your final skill check.
From my understanding, they are not after me, they are after something I took, correct?
Yep.
I would like to use sleight of hand to throw an item that looks similar to the item that I took.
Okay.
A loose rock or something small and red. That is not the item that I took.
Okay.
And as I throw it, I duck down like I squat so that they would all go over me. That's a nat 20, DM.
So, knowing that they are coming and they are after a blood red stone, you decide to use some of your wounds that you accumulated earlier, and you take the blood off of it and start coating just a regular rock in it. It's not quite the same consistency that you were looking for, but with the fact that you're throwing it very quickly, it easily stumps anything that the monkeys would be able to notice. And you see that the monkeys are now starting to go away from you.
That was a close one. Remind me never to do that again. Who am I talking to? I have no clue.
I need a wisdom save from you.
Okay. 9.
9. As you're wondering who you're talking to and, like, your situation, you suddenly feel this weird pull from the cliff. As if something is tempting you, until suddenly you find yourself swept off your feet and falling.
Why did I do that? Wee!
Your vision blacks out as you hit the water, as we are now going to officially start the campaign. Armand, Corey, Steven, San, welcome back to Telmos Grimm. I recently decided that this campaign should get a bit of a reboot, as there are some things that I wish to handle differently, and a few things I want to establish earlier on. Everyone seemed willing and okay with the idea of a reboot, and I'm happy for that. And I can definitely assure you, like, I will do everything that I can to make sure that it is justified as to why we had this reboot. Starting with a new map. This map is old. This map is shit, putting it simply. So, why don't we get an update? This is the island of Fantasia. It is considered an Isle of Dreams. It has many nobles that will come here and procure land and rule over subjects and people as they try to peacefully live with each other. As of recently, within the last year or so, things have started to go very wrong. Most notably, in the kingdom to the south, on her 18th birthday, you might want to zoom out for this, by the way, Princess Briar was put under a sleeping curse. This was drawn by a friend of mine. They seemed they liked my the character Briar a lot, and I said, you know, this is something that I could use as a drawing. So we talked it out. I'm very happy with the drawing. And as a friendly reminder, Telmos Grimm, this world is very much based off of fairy tales, old stories, anything that you could get your hands on in terms of inspirations for where your character may originate from. So, again, thank you to my friend. I hope you guys also enjoyed the picture of her. I'm a big fan of it. But, yes. Earlier in the year, on her 18th birthday, she was put under a sleeping curse, and shortly after, the rest of the world seemed to have followed. Most people were put into sleep, and at this point, most of the land is kind of dying, especially in the farmlands in the middle of the continent. So, our story is going to start not with Sylvis, who just fell. We're actually going to start with Cassius. Cassius, you find yourself kind of walking. You feel like you're in this weird void. Like, no matter which direction you turn, it just kind of ends up leading you back to where you started.
Not this way then, huh?
I'm gonna change the music a bit to fit with the... I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Now, Cassius, why don't you explain a little bit about your character?
He is a barbarian. He lives in the woods, has lived there for at least since he was 15. But he doesn't mind helping people that wander through the woods. You know, they're lost, trouble, you know, the usual. He's a good Samaritan, as best way to describe it.
And a guide is very useful. The woods down to the south, are very predominantly Fey magic. There's a lot of Fey energy that goes in there, and it's very common for people to get lost. So having
He
a
lives
guide
right about here.
Yeah.
Where that arrow's pointing. That's where he lives. Basically the center.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, he helps people as much as he can, given what he knows about the forest that he lives in. That's all I have to add, by the way.
Mm-hmm. After wandering around in this black void for a while, you notice out of the corner of your eye you actually can see someone, finally. They look like a small girl. With black hair.
Oh, a person finally. Excuse me, young miss.
Hmm? Oh, you're back, aren't you?
I seem to have gotten myself turned around, which is honestly quite embarrassing.
She looks up at you. She has very bright blue eyes. Her demeanor seems more annoyed than anything.
See, I'm trying to get back to the center of this forest. I think I might have made a wrong turn.
I don't see the forest as doing you much good in your situation.
No, you're not wrong. It likes to toy with people, especially people who like to stay here.
You seem very relaxed for someone who's running out of time, you know.
There's no point in being stressed all the time. Kind of just live life easily. can't
See-
really do much other than just accept fate. Or fight against it.
I heard rumors. There's someone else trying to fight fate.
And they're a whole lot braver than I am. Because I have accepted my fate.
So what? You just gonna give up? Give in to it?
No, I don't know about giving up, but I don't think there's much I can do currently with my own power and stuff at my means of like using.
This Defier, I've heard he has magic. Very strong magic. Perhaps he could help you.
Well, I mean, I've done everything else I could think of aside from one other option. But I can't do anything until I get out of this forest or get back home.
You should go north. There's a fishing village. It's mostly asleep. You're looking for the one who's adorned in black and blue.
I see. Yeah, let's go north. Might be a different change of pace. Although I've already tried it, but why not? Now when we're talking like little girl, we're talking like maybe like age of like what 10 or up or whatever, right?
Maybe even younger, like 9.
Ah,
Like
him being an old man,
You can tell that this is small child person. Like not.
him being the old man he is, he probably just pulled out a piece of candy and just give it to her as he goes on his merry way.
She tries to play it off, just like I don't need your damn candy, but you do see her walk away with a little skip. Can I get a con save from you?
Cool. Aw, you motherfucker. I'm not using these dice ever again. Hang on. Burn these dice.
There's only one way to really describe this feeling, and that's heartburn. You
I know that
find
feeling well.
Hmm?
I know that feeling well.
it is a tightening of your chest as you're walking, and you notice that these embers are starting around you. You're still in this black void, not sure exactly where you're going, but as far as you're aware, this feels like north.
Just need to keep going. He would just press forward.
After walking long enough, you find yourself at a tree. But before long, the tree suddenly sets on fire as this ring of flames surrounds you.
What? No. Not now.
You hear the sound of growling behind you, 2 glowing red eyes as they watch you struggle in the flames.
He would notice these eyes, right?
Yeah, like you hear the
Okay.
growling, you see the eyes.
So he would do what is to his best of his ability to ready his axe, basically, to defend himself.
The wolf seems unfazed. It lunges forward, its mouth wide open to take a bite at you. And suddenly you're awake. You actually can see trees again. You recognize this forest. And You can even see a small abandoned church in the distance. You can tell that you're near the edge of the northern part of the forest.
Without regarding anything that just happened, he would get to his feet and just head towards the church and outwards to the end of the north forest.
All right. Let's take a moment to swap perspectives as we go to the blue man in question. Mr. Azul, played by Armand. Can you give us a brief description of your character?
Yes. Let's see. Azul is an Eldarian,
Eldrin.
pronunciation. But he is a cleric, specifically a knight cleric. And he's devoted to to his god, and pretty much sending out his god's quest.
And a mighty quest he has been sent on indeed. As you sit inside the abandoned church, Azul, let's get a basic religion check as you are, I imagine, doing some sort of prayer. Mm.
11.
The voices are faint. You can't really feel like you don't feel as though you can really attune to your god. Mostly due to the state of this place and the sorry condition that it's in. You've been sent out to retrieve items from what you've been told, perform a ritual. Something that could help with this world, this condition that currently plagues it. You know you do not have much time. After doing some searching around, you know that the town of Subail, the fishing village to the north, is said to house one of the items that you might be looking for. There's also a doctor there named Dr. Noel, who, if he has any insight onto your situation, would be very useful to have. What's your passive perception? It's +4?
I was 16.
Oh, so it's either +3 or it's either a 13 or a 15. Either way, you, as you are in the abandoned church, you can hear footsteps.
Who goes there?
For reference, Cassius, this is you. You have made it to the church, and you see that there is someone inside the church. You can tell that it's an elf, but they have very blue skin, blackish armor, and their hair is in a bun. Like, they look like the token. Just a bit of a zoom out so you guys can see them.
Okay. So, he said who? Alright. My name's Cassius. I was told to come this way to talk to a blue man in black clothing. Would that be you by chance?
It just seems that I am the only blue person in black armor. Don't see anybody else here. That's that description.
Also go to the fishing village that's north of the forest. But I guess I found you a lot sooner than I thought. I have a issue, one could say, that I was told that you or someone you might know could help me with.
And what is this issue that you have?
Ain't no sugarcoating it, really. He's just gonna show him the bite that he has.
Ooh. What do I?
This type of issue.
What do I even file that as? Medicine or religion? I will let you choose.
I'll go medicine.
Understandable.
It's like, what is this supposed to be?
14.
It's a nasty bite. And that's not even sugarcoating it. Given the situation of how he is describing it, and your general knowledge of tales and stories in this area, it can be... There's enough evidence and cognitive logic for you to deduce that this may be some sort of lycanthropy.
I've done what I can, but it's starting to fester, and I don't have the means to take care of it.
Let's see here. Let me see here. Do I even have anything to help with you on that?
Can I get a survival check from both of you?
$16.
Alright.
8. These guys aren't cutting either.
Azul, you know that just off the top of your head, you don't really have anything that could cure something as severe as a lichen bite. If anything, maybe the doctor up north would probably be your best bet. But with that high survival, you can tell by looking up at the moon, since there is a giant hole in the ceiling. You have about a week until the moon is a full moon.
It looks like for you we're gonna be short on time. About a week's worth. But hopefully there's a doctor up north that can help us out with your bite.
I guess I'm heading north then.
I'll also be heading north with you. I got something else up there waiting for me.
Very well. Then let's go ahead and get moving on then. Let's try to look again at this. It's kind of curious. Of course. All right.
Are these the lucky dice? Neither one.
I don't know. I'm gonna do a random roll real quick.
Oh my god, that.
Fuck it. Athletics. Are you shitting me?
Alright.
Alright, that's your lucky roll.
You guys make good time trekking up to the north to the village of Subile. Now, Subile, as mentioned before, is a fishing village, but one that loves to adapt to the rising and falling tides. You see, it's actually built on a cliff, and when the low tide is there, more buildings are actually available for the town people to use. And it's very common for them to be able to adapt their strategies on fishing and surviving based off of which tide that they're in. Unfortunately, ever since what happened recently, the tide has been stuck at high tide. It's never been able to really... It hasn't been able to go down since. Much of the village at this point is flooded. Small things remain of what was this town. And no surprise, especially to Azul, but as you walk in, you can tell that people are asleep. And they do not seem at all able to be woken up.
Well, this means you're not shaking them hard enough.
Since you rolled an 18 there, I do want it to count for something. So, I will say that in terms of your knowledge of what's been going on, Cassius, you don't have too much. You've been living in the woods the entire time.
18 means jack shit, apparently. Got it.
Hold on. There are some things that you are aware of, though. Most notably, somewhere in the spring, you fell asleep. Your body just completely just shut down. You just were... It felt like you went... Yeah. You were basically hibernating. Things felt alright in this sleep until eventually you woke up. Everything was different. It was the end of fall. Almost like 6 months have passed or something. Now it's almost the end of the year, heading into the winter months, and you haven't really seen anyone like you used to. There hasn't really been a lot of traffic going around your area. It feels as though you went to sleep and the world died while you were away.
So you're telling... Wait, how long have I been awake for, then?
It is currently near the end of... So you woke up near the end of the harvest season. And we're now starting to go into the cold months. So
about 2-3 months, almost.
Closer to 2 months, yeah. Not long. Definitely enough to notice that things are different. This is not how things have ever been for you.
Right. Well.
That girl as well also is weird. She seems familiar, but you would have remembered if you saw a child like that wandering through your forest.
Yeah, my forest. Stay out of my forest.
The whole,
My
instead of a
forest.
barbarian.
the whole situation is definitely weird. And with
Bro, that
an
would've
18, you definitely can have some bells set off about that.
Definitely should have been a druid instead of a barbarian. Would have been a lot more easier. A lot more makes sense.
Dude, you pushed me off of barbarian, and I'm no druid. Don't do this to me.
that is something that did happen.
I mean, we could just start this all over again. Hey, Corey, you want to
No, no. I am druid. Fuck off.
I am druid. Fuck off.
Alright, anyways, sorry. I didn't mean to sidetrack.
Oh god, that's hilarious. As you guys are walking through the town, and at this point I can just move you into it. It's kind of hard to find a doctor, especially when everyone is asleep.
Maybe he's drowning.
I mean, he is a fish.
Immediately, Cassius, you know something weird about Azul, specifically his wand that he's holding. It has a red thread that is spun around the end of it. and you see that it starts to float up and is pointing in a direction.
The threads of fate.
Yes, actually.
Damn my random knowledge of random things.
Like, I don't know what you want from me.
Yes.
You were told that there was a blue man who is trying to defy fate. He has the threads. You have the logic.
Anyways, that's interesting wand you have there.
Yes. This wand here was bestowed to me by my god. It also helps me with a bunch of other stuff.
I see.
And now you are noticing as Azul that the thread is pointing in a direction.
It's somewhere. It's this way. Yeah, as Azul just quickly follows the thread.
Just says nothing, starts walking to the beach.
Pretty much.
Okay. I guess we're going to the beach.
Which means we can finally cut back to the Silvers. Yeah.
I want to go find a Nicki Minaj at this beach.
What?
Who is this Nicki Minaj?
Sounds like a pretentious, fabled creature.
Are they a back bard?
So, you wake up and you're on a beach. You don't know how you're alive. In fact, your body actually, you haven't taken any major damage.
What? Where am I? Oh no, bloody hell. What's this beach doing here? He gets up and starts looking around to see if he sees anything that could explain.
An explanation? No. You can easily see a town. Very close, actually, like right above you. It looks like a fishing village. It's a bit old-timey from what you would consider the standards as, but it does seem like it is a town very close by. Roll
That's
perception.
odd. What?
Roll perception.
Does it have to do with Fey Fiend or Undead?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. 18.
Ah, okay. So you can very clearly see the block of ice that's just there. If you are confused, I'm referring to this thing.
Oh, hold on. That's not what it was supposed to. It was supposed to be relying on hearing or smell. Was the advantage.
Yeah, this wouldn't be it wouldn't be a hearing thing. This is your eyes.
Okay.
But yeah, you dust yourself off. You take note of your inventory. Bullets all checked and accounted for. Your gun could use a little bit of cleaning due to all the water, but it seems like it can function all right. You still have the pulsing red stone as well.
Do I has me wallet?
Yes, your wallet did survive.
Let's go.
But yeah, off the corner of your eye as you're looking up at the town, you do see that there is a massive chunk of ice that looks like it probably washed in from an iceberg or something.
Now, how in the world did it get ice here? Knock, knock. Iceberg?
As you try to look through the ice a bit, you notice that there's something inside. As Azul and Cassius arrive on the scene. If you have a passive perception higher than 12, then you would instantly notice that the man who is currently investigating a giant block of ice.
I have 13.
I have 16.
So yeah, you notice the man.
Hey, there's a dude. There's a guy.
Yes. There's a guy over there.
And he's awake.
Is that the doctor?
Maybe, don't know, but doesn't look like him though.
We've met this doctor before, correct?
I believe I did in my travels once.
Would I hear them talking?
Considering you have advantage
I'm
on hearing and smell, you probably hear footsteps.
No, whatever. Let's continue onwards. Let's go see what he's doing.
Yes, let's.
See if he knows anything at least about what's going on.
Who goes there?
Don't worry, we mean no harm or threat to you.
I want to get a history check from you two, real quick.
Ah, yes.
History?
I would say with your living situation, I will allow advantage, Cassius.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I got 18.
Okay.
Nice read. Hey, look, another 7.
Well, those guys are getting banished.
Now I'll give him one more roll to do alright. I'll give him one more roll. They're on thin ice, buddy.
You got nothing to bet with.
You find the item that he is holding interesting as well. He looks kind of like one of those old hunting rifles people would hunt animals with, but it's way more fancy looking, I guess, is the best way I can describe it for someone like you.
You're going to your side, dude. Rotate properly. Come on now. Rotate. Rotate.
Are you guys here to steal my gun?
No?
What are you doing here at the beach?
Public property. I don't need to tell you what I'm doing here at all.
I don't know where he is, so...
So,
I kind of fell off a cliff and just rode the water here to the beach.
And you're not injured?
Not really.
I do a medicine check on him to see if, like, just to make sure he's not, like, no. To see if he's lying or not. Well, I know he's not.
Sure, medicine.
That would be normal roll. These dice are being banished.
No.
Oh my god.
What the you know what? I just want to see something real quick. Hold on.
Cash,
Just ignore this.
Oh, there it is.
Are you shitting me?
Are they your battle dice or?
They, they might be battle dice.
You brandished the weapon.
Hey, no. Calm down, you two.
Let's try these ones.
Where?
Let's try these dice. I'm about to run out of dice.
About to run out of dice. He has to go buy more real quick. He'll be
I
back.
own all the dice in the marketplace.
He is the dice goblin.
Has to use physical dice if he runs out of virtual dice.
I don't have any actual physical dice.
Oh, that sucks. I do.
Oh,
Good for fucking you.
Well, never mind.
Carry on.
Hey, at least you guys get to roll stuff. I'm just over here.
Azul,
Be quiet, peanut gallery.
you realize your wand is pointing at the man with the gun. Not the pointing and the Fred. The Fred is pointing at him.
What's that? He's brandishing a weapon. Pot kettle black.
Don't shoot. This man is not black.
I mean, I don't know about that one.
You.
Sylphus is pretty light-skinned. Wait, hold on. Stop moving. I want to see something quick.
Actually, I have not enlarged Silver, so.
We're the same skin tone.
Similarly,
You're yellower.
Yellow. I'm not no Asian motherfucker. The fuck?
But yes, Azul, the Fred is pointing at Silvus.
Can you sir stop moving for a moment?
Why? Your red thing is pointing at me.
Yes, it's pointing at you, but it means no harm. It's telling me that you have something that I need for my quest.
I ain't got nothing that no one needs for nothing.
Would I have noticed that red stone by chance, or is that just like fully tucked away and sight at all? Would I have noticed the red stone he had, or is that fully put away?
That's tucked away.
Okay.
This, I just need you to calm down.
Also, what's with the ice?
That's a good
I don't
question.
know.
Cassius would peer into the ice, trying to see if he can see anything.
You see that there's someone in there.
No, there's a person in there.
I was about to try to get them out before you guys rudely interrupted.
I think I swing at the ice.
Sure, we'll use your 20 from earlier, since you did roll with the axe.
Oh, okay, that works. I'm gonna roll damage too.
Sure.
Two-handed that bitch. So there you go. It's a 10.
As you strike the ice, you can feel this weird magic just kind of resonate as this, the small child inside the ice, you see his eyes open as fire pours out of his mouth.
Avatar.
Avatar.
Oh my god. The ice slowly melts as Fang, you are now awake. Can we get a Can we get a brief description of the small child in pajamas?
Well, they look to be like a small elvish question mark child.
He's got the
Though
sharp
they-
ears.
Though
Knife ears.
they have a bunch of dragon scale. They coursing around their body. Though the majority of their appearance is concealed by a custom-made garment that is akin to a plush dragon, if you will.
Can I collect some of the melted ice in a vial?
Sure.
Cool.
In terms of you, the last thing you remember was running through somewhere very cold, very snowy, thing. But as you wake up, you feel not snow, but sand. It's kind of warmer than before, which is a lot nicer. And you realize that you are not the only one here.
Who are you?
Why were you in the ice?
Ice?
Yes, you were.
I was in the
Encased.
mountains a while back. How did I end up in sand?
We all have questions
Ice
right now.
float on the water. Water move ice. Wash up ashore here.
But he said he was in the mountains, though.
Well, I am going off the facts. Facts are ice floats. Water move ice. Ice wash up ashore.
You'll notice that it wasn't just Fang that was trapped inside the ice. There seems to be a large sword, a great sword, that was also stuck in there.
Is this yours, little one?
Do I recall?
Nope.
As he picks it up.
You find yourself unable to. It's heavy. Like, you are very sluggish as you're... Like, I imagine you're going for, like, the hilts. Like, the hilt goes up, but the blade itself just is, like...
That's wild. +4 strength means shit compared to this great sword.
Was that in what you called it? I was in ice. Was that with me?
I mean, it wasn't here before, so only best way to assume is yes.
He cautiously approaches and tries to accept the sword.
Can I get a small investigation check from the group as the sword is handed off? Quote unquote.
From the group?
Yeah.
Does it have to be with about Fey fiends or undead?
I don't believe this would be considered that, no.
Damn it.
Oh, I got 3. Alright, well
I'm
these dice,
asking every single time, man.
It's understandable.
these dice are getting banished.
Whoops.
Hey, Silvus.
Hey, he's still the one that passed. So to most of you, this looks like just a rusty, sword. It's probably rusted away from a lot of the ice and being frozen. But so as you actually notice that there seems to be there's runes on them. They're very old, worn away, hard to read almost any of them. But it does seem.
Would any of them be primordial?
Oh, actually, not quite, but you can tell that it has some sort of origin in fire. Primordials are ancient elementals, which a sword with ancient fire runes would definitely set off some alarm bells.
Interesting.
It's not quite in a language you recognize, but you recognize the way that these symbols were formed. If that makes sense.
I swear it's
Yeah.
infernal.
It is not infernal, otherwise he would have had advantage because that would be fiend.
True, never mind then.
Okay. May I interject, gentlemen? The writing upon the sword seems to be of the element of fire or some sort. I can't tell exactly what it is, but it seems to do with heat. Little one, do you know anything about how fire is used and or made?
Well, you can make fire by rubbing sticks against things that can ignite. Wait. Wait, you said it was on the sword?
Indeed. The sword seems to have some sort of connection with the element of fire.
He takes a look as well. Just, like, trying to see what they see.
As you go to read the runes, you actually do find yourself able to note where he was noting about these tellings of fire.
These.
You actually can read a few of them as well, and it seems to note information about dragons of flame.
Turkamach. Dragons of flame.
Ah, is that what some of them have said?
Yeah.
As he picks up the sword.
I wanted to see Cassius's reaction. He left, which made me sad. But yeah, like you watch as Fang takes the sword and he's just able to hold it. It's a bit big for him due to just him literally being half the size of the sword, but he seems able to lift it no problem. You do also find a little backpack that was inside the Ice Fang that has most of your other stuff as well.
My pack!
As he sticks the sword in the ground just for a second to go grab his stuff.
So you remember the pack, but you don't remember the sword. Interesting.
Well, yeah, the pack has his pan flute. That's important. You notice that
One's weapon is the most important thing in one's life. It is how they survive.
You notice that as he sticks the sword into the ground and goes to get his bag, you notice that the runes start to glow with this bright orange.
Sir Cassius, Sir Fang, you might want to move out of the
way, huh?
Whatever you just did has activated the runes of some.
You don't see any immediate effects, but it does seem the sword is giving off this. It's a nice heat, a warmth, one might say. Actually, for Fang, it probably feels really good considering he was just in ice.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what are your names?
I don't know about these two men, but I can tell you my name is Sylvis.
Sylvis. That's quite a name. Haven't heard anyone like it before. Oh, right. My name is Fang.
Cassius, in terms of what you missed, they were reading the runes. Fang seems to be able to actually read what the runes say, and he was able to pick up the sword with no issue as well. When stabbed into the ground, the sword's runes began to glow orange and gave off a warm glow. Like, it actually feels warm. Like a campfire. And now they're doing introductions. Azul, you're just sitting in the back, and you notice that your Fred is now pointing not just at Silvis, but it also points towards Fang.
Yeah, Azul's just thinking to himself as he just looks saw his thread, and it just keeps flickering between Silvis and Fang.
Oh, my bad. Here.
As he exhales, using elementalism to spell his name into the sand. Though it looks to be written in Draconic.
If
Good.
it's written in Draconic, then it would be the exact same. It would look exactly the same as the runes on the sword, then.
Oh, is that not a language you understand? Let's try this one.
As the name shifts into Sylvan.
Oh, that's how you spell it.
Little one, I still cannot read what you are saying.
Bro, Cass had just looked over at Silvis. Oh, okay, I guess. Just me then.
Apologies. Let's try this one.
Druidic.
What the
He cycles through until it ends up at common.
You would have done Elvish, and so it's just like, yes. Quite.
Yeah.
I know Elvish.
Yeah, you're an elf, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, but I also know 2 other languages.
Anyways. So, Fang.
Mhm.
I haven't introduced myself yet. You can call me Cassius.
Yes. Okay.
And he would also spell it in the sand form. In Sylvan. Just because why not?
You. You know what? I'm gonna spell my name in the sand in primordial.
Meanwhile, Zol's just watching 2 men and a child just writing their names in the sand.
Well, I mean, if we
man.
treat him like a child, that means we're teaching him how to write or spell them out. So technically, it's the right thing to do.
You with the red stick thingy. What is your name?
My name is Azul. Well, as he also writes in the sand, Celestial.
Just fuck all of you. Just.
You 3 are from very far off places. Having these languages that I have no knowledge of.
Erasing all the names.
Okay.
Tired of this.
Con save
Looks
from
at the
everyone.
sand. Looks at the sand, looks at you, has to do a con save.
What?
Con saves like a boss.
I'm just so confused.
Oh, well, I guess he found his.
So I got my Sylvan buddy here. Don't worry about it.
It's okay.
Hell yeah.
He's got his partner now. He's on the road to success. Azul, Silvis, I will need the con save from you as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought that was.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't because you erased their names in the same. What the fuck?
I got it.
Guys,
Sylvis!
I don't think this thing.
Quick, write the names back in the sand. Write the names back in the sand.
You see him erase the names in the sand, and he suddenly, like Sylvis, you are brought to your knees in pain as you reach for your left shoulder. The other three, you can feel this burning pain on your left shoulders as well.
I didn't think it was gonna bother you that much. Ah!
What did you do to me?
What did I do? What did you do?
It feels like it's digging into your skin. It's painful.
Felt worse.
Perception.
Who?
Everyone. Hearing.
Is it with hearing, seeing, or smelling?
Hearing can be used.
Okay.
I use my passive.
Okay, these guys.
I do not think a
Going
passive
away.
would work because they are pretty stealthy.
Oh, okay, never mind then. If I'm failing either way, then there's no point.
Luckily,
Look at that.
luckily Azul
Anyway, like-
and Fang are able to take advantage of that. So they
Like on
pass.
the Lego guys.
As you hear the sound of these weird entities coming off out of the ground as they surround the edge of the water. I will allow a history check from everyone except for Fang. Actually,
Does it have to
20.
do with Fey Fiend or Undead?
Azul, you can have advantage. Sylvis, these do count as undead. And Fang, I actually will allow you to do a history check.
Nat 20.
Dirty
Minus
20.
Nat 19, I guess.
The DC was 10. So.
Oh.
It was a low DC. Thank God for your advantage, Azul.
Yeah,
I
know.
wasted my one Nat 20.
Low DC 10.
Jail.
Okay, so. Azul, you're someone who actually do have a good idea of these things because you've been told them, but you've never actually seen one with your own eyes. These are dream demons. They try to sap you of your strength and pull you back into the dream, like into your dreams. So as you have a good idea that these are some kind of shadowy spirits. Like they are on the level of being a ghost. And you are aware that they can sap people of their strength. Fang, you can tell that they are shadowy entities, and that just makes you very uncomfortable as you look at them. Cassius, with your nat 20, I will give you this. You have fought them before. They have tried to attack you in the forest, in which you kindly showed them the blunt end of your axe. Roll me a D6.
Who, all of us or just one of us?
Just you. This is because you nat 20'd. A 2. Okay. So I will give you this. In your time that you have fought them, you know that they resist cold elements. Like, they do not care about the cold. But they do seem to hate the light. Like,
Radiant, got it.
yeah, because you nat 20, you can, like, I will give you that information.
Guess what my one spell is, guys?
Well, then he would, Cassius would pass on that information like, hey, they do not like radiant damage. Or like light, they don't like light-based attacks. Or just light in general. I guess. No.
I forgot what this
Uh,
some
Fa-
gameplay.
Fang jumps up and rips the sword out. Rips the sword out of the ground.
Ozo's just gonna put his wand away.
And Fang rummages around in his pack, looking for anything to defend himself.
But you have a sword, my guy.
Defense.
The pack does have a shield on it.
Ah, but you can't use both?
He has
Unless
brutal
you
grip.
took brutal grip.
He is the strong child.
And as he brings the shield out of his pack, he sets it on the ground, puts his pack on, and shifts from a two-handed stance with the greatsword into a fucking one-handed stance. Thank you, brutal grip.
Yeah, so you guys can see he not only can hold the sword, but he can hold the sword almost effortlessly.
Huh.
You hear words in your heads, and you can see this image of a purple eye with marks around it. Do you not wish to join back into sleep? Why must you resist?
I just woke up.
Who's talking?
I don't want to sleep. I don't have time to sleep.
I just had a long nap. I'd rather not just go back to sleep.
If you do not wish to sleep, then we will have to force you. You see some of these shadows start to disappear as they start to congeal together. And instead, this pops out.
Uh-oh. Is that a motherfucking displacer beast?
Astute observation. Can I get initiatives?
Hey, I remember when I called out a displacer beast, and then Steven was like, "Shut up!" Like,
What are you talking about?
Way back in Veracruz.
I don't.
Back in the day.
It's been a long time.
Why would I have called you out for that? What the fuck?
Okay. So 13 for Sylvis, 18 for Fang. Man, Fang's on it today.
I got a 2.
Alright, let's see what the enemies shall go on. These are for the little Sha guys. Left one, then right.
Hey, 7.
Oh, they're hobgoblins.
Yo!
7.
Alright. There's your turn order. Alright, waste no time. Let's get into it.
Alright. Alright. To go 30 feet. Let's take a whack at it.
Okay.
Alright. 2d6 plus 4 slashing. And I'd like to activate my rune,
Sounds good.
which adds another it adds another 4 fire damage.
Not bad. That was a solid hit.
And Fang will take a deep breath and spew a bunch of what can only be described as like raging clouds around him. As he casts Rageful Nimbus upon himself.
How?
Oh, true. My hands are occupied. Carry on. My bad.
You also used your bonus action to activate the wounds.
Oh yeah, right. My bad. I'd fumbled that bag. We'll take care of that next turn.
We're reading the sheet explains the sheet now.
Nah, I can't. Carry on. Carry on, my
I do
reader.
imagine that smoke is starting to like
Yeah.
bellow out of your nose. Can you guys see the HP but not the number of the monster?
I can see HP, but not number.
Good. That's what I
Perfect.
was hoping for.
All right, Sylvius, you're up.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna use. So I want to stand up because I was on my knees. So that's half my movement, right?
Yep. I will say that did immediately bloody the creature, as you could probably see with the HP bar.
We're gonna go 15 feet right there. We're gonna shoot the big guy with a gun. After invoking Crimson Right, these are my bonus action.
Okay.
Alright.
Just know that the creature does give disadvantage to anyone who tries to attack it. That is just displacer beast stuff.
That's fine. So I take 3 damage. And since I chose Storm, I think.
Is that extra lightning or is that extra thunder? I'm not familiar with Crimson Rights.
Lightning.
Lightning.
I
All
do
right.
an extra D4 lightning damage.
Shock this bitch. You got this. Come on. Woo. Holy sh!
22.
Good fucking hit.
He is a sharpshooter and an archer that. Fuck! God, I forgot how
15
powerful
and-
those are.
15, so 18 total damage.
Yeah, that did a decent chunk. Well, very well done, Sylvis. That was a solid hit.
All right, so that was movement main bonus. You got anything else?
Yeah. There is something I could do, yes.
Ooh.
Oh.
I have a Blood Maledict, which is no action type.
Ooh,
Uh,
a blood curse.
A blood curse 1 time per short rest. It's under the other tab, and it specifically says no action.
Because the action type is usually determined by the blood curse specifically.
Yeah, which blood curse do you have?
I don't know.
I'm looking at your sheet. You chose binding, which that's a
It's a bonus action. Okay.
Yeah.
I always get that wrong.
Yeah, because
It says
yeah.
no action, which always fucks me up.
yeah.
because the blood curse's action varies, so they slapped it in the no action category because it's based on the curse itself. It's really weird.
Damn critical roll.
Hey, a critical roll makes some good shit.
Oh, I know they do.
The entire existence of Equinite is fucking cool as shit. Come on, man.
It's true.
As a bonus action. Okay, then yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Okay, Displacer Beast time.
He's going to leap forward. What's your guys's? Do you guys have weapon masteries, by the way?
I do.
I do not.
Weapon mastery? No, I do not.
Okay.
I'll probably pick that up as a feat later, but for now I don't.
I don't know.
Unless I'm able to learn it somehow.
I think for you, Silvis, I'll give you weapon mastery with your rifle because you chose sharpshooter. Like, you chose sharpshooter, you chose archer, you know how to use a gun. You know?
Hunting.
Oh. I actually...
It's usually sap or slow.
Slow.
Okay.
Slow. So that means that the things that it shot are slowed 10 feet.
Reduced by 10 feet. Until the start of my turn.
It's,
My next turn.
it does still have enough movement to make it to this spot where it will it will make a attack against you, Silvis, for shooting it. It did not like it. That's a +6. 13 is a miss.
Indeed.
Okay. One of the tentacles on its sides is going to lash out and try to strike Fang. 16?
16, looking at that stuff. Yeah, that hits me.
Okay. You're not knocked prone or anything, but it does pierce you, and that does hurt a bit. 13 damage.
Oh.
Oh.
Does it have anything else that it can do on its turn? One rend attack, one tentacle attack. That will be all. Azul, you are now up. You just saw Fang get hit really badly.
Hmm. I gotta see her.
Since you, the monster has moved closer, so you've gotten a better look at it. Can I get an Arcana check from the group?
Does it have to do with Fey Fiend or Undead?
It does not actually.
Oh.
Oh my god!
It doesn't matter. He not 20'd anyway.
Jesus Christ, Steven. So,
It's gonna be my favorite thing to do.
interestingly enough, you notice that this creature is not in the same spirit as the other ones. If you had to take a guess, you think that the spirits may have combined to form into a monster, just physically manifest as a monster. With a nat 20, you know that this would be a, you can tell that the monster seems to be making itself appear in two different places. It makes it a lot harder to try to figure out which one's the real one to actually land the attack. That did not stop you from landing a bullet right between its eyes, though.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Was the attack directed at Fang? Did it look physical, like it was non-magical, or did it have a sense of innate magic with it?
You can tell that the attacks that it is making are physically based. Like, they do not seem to have any other properties to them.
Okay.
Alright, you know, I'm just going back up a bit. And I'm gonna cast a spell 2nd level.
Okay, my man's done with people's shit.
And actually one more of my concentration spells.
Oh, okay.
Spells, which if I do say, if I remember correctly, I think that is... That's what I need.
Oh, you're casting a moonbeam.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And con save DC 14.
Just a moment. I'm going to look at my assets real quick to see if I have a Moonbeam spell. Ooh, perfect, actually.
Just need to make that big. Yep, there we go.
Alright. Con save, you said. It is...
Yep,
It has a decent
DC
con
14.
save.
Come on, fail. Fuck.
It passed.
Oh no!
So it will not... It does not get hit with the immediate damage.
He does not get hit with immediate damage. But then... And doesn't really give anything. But let's see here.
Creature takes half as much successful save.
Yeah, and creature also makes a save one spell area moves into his space. He's going to. So.
That was actually a really good call. Like, that was an interesting attempt because you may have actually... You might have been able to cause the shells to split again if you actually did get it to succeed.
Yeah, so it takes 6 damage.
Okay, I will remove the 6.
Well, okay.
Alright.
And that is.
Alright, so Cash uses BRB mode, and it is now the,
Oh, yeah, unless Sunzu wants to do anything else.
I got nothing else. I got nothing else. You're all good.
Alright, enemy time.
Okay, the shadows are going to attempt to hide. Alright.
Alright, they both hide. Wait, like, is this a lightly obscured area?
It's the middle of the night.
And they can hide in lightly
Moonbeam
obscured, I
did just
guess.
get cast. Does Moonbeam
Does
produce
Moonbeam
any light?
spread light? Azul?
I'm reading it.
Yeah, I'm looking. It says that dim light fills the cylinder. So interestingly
So it
enough,
fills the cylinder.
even if it did, it's still considered dim light, which they are able to hide in.
Okay. Alright.
You just
They're going to try attacking me.
Yep, they're going for the people in the back. Because you guys are currently fighting the Displacer Beast. Alright.
Damn, that guy can move.
40 feet.
Oh.
So since...
No, never mind.
Oh, wait, yeah, that one... I did... It does have to move around the, It has to move around the thingamabob. Hold on.
Because if it goes through our attack of opportunity range, even though it's hidden, right, we would still get a chance to attack it at disadvantage.
If that's what you want to use your reaction on, sure.
I mean, I don't have another thing to use my reaction on. At least not currently.
Okay. So Cassius is in range for the attack. These attacks will be made at advantage since you currently cannot perceive them. But if you want to attack with... if you want to...
I'll do it against the one that's against, like, the... Yes,
They both technically pass for you. It's up to you who you want to try to attack.
Okay, it specifically says a hostile that you can see
okay, so
moves out of your reach.
Okay, so you,
okay,
you
so
can't
if
see them.
we cannot see them, then we cannot opportunity attack. Thank you for checking that.
Thank you, Steven. Azul, this first attack will be against you with advantage because you can't see them.
Yep.
Oh!
Natural 20.
That no 20 hits me.
And then the second, this is going to be the attack against Cassius, even though he's currently away. Oh, I think a 23 is definitely gonna hit. No crits, though, unlike yours.
Unlike me. Yeah, but both of them attacking that reveals them, don't they?
Yes, they are revealed. So this will do an additional 6 damage to you, Azul.
Alright, and then of course I gotta make a concentration save, which I have advantage on.
7.
Did Azul get his new Fate Spinner, by the way?
Yes, actually. Did you read the effects of your item?
Because I just loaded up his character sheet and it's the old Fate Spinner.
Refresh your page, Corey.
I literally just opened the page.
Oh.
But sure.
Okay. No, it didn't work actually. Hold on.
Oh, well, what the heck, D&D on?
Okay.
Gaslight much?
Now refresh your page.
Do you want me
Basically,
to refresh my page too?
yes.
Because I think I still have the old one.
So for reference, Azul's Fate Spinner. This once powerful artifact is less powerless after committing unforgivable crime. If you plan to restore its power, you must set off to collect the pieces of the story. The wand is currently deactivated, working only as its basic function. You can use the thread of the wand to weave an edge in your favor. When anyone within 30 feet of you rolls a d20 check with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your reaction to flip the roll. If it's an advantage roll, you can turn it into disadvantage, and if it's disadvantage, you can turn it into advantage.
Twice per long rest.
Wait. I don't see my face spinner.
You need to refresh the page.
I'll display it just so everyone can see it. So-
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It should be noted that he cannot undo the nat 20, and it's not just because you do have to call it out before the roll is done, but you couldn't see them make the roll. Like, it has to be someone that you see make it. So the fact that they were hidden means that they did get the nat 20.
Yeah, so what, I take 7?
Did it?
Plus 6, so you take 13.
I take 13, I gotta make a con save.
With
Yeah,
advantage.
but I have managed because
Con save DC 10.
which I have advantage on,
Yep.
thanks to Warcaster,
Smart choice.
which I
19.
which I pass.
Yep. One more thing. I need you to make a d20 check. With disadvantage.
A D20 check for me.
Yep.
Just a flat D20.
Do you want?
DC 12.
Would you like to use your thing? You have to call it beforehand. So.
Yeah, you could use Fate Spinner to turn your disadvantage into advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So advantage.
Advantage is flat roll.
Okay.
Uh,
16.
okay,
16.
okay. If you had failed that roll, the Eye of the Dreamer would have gone down. Nothing on Cassius being back, which is kind of an issue. But we will... I'll roll damage. And then I will adjust the dice roll for him later. He only takes 4.
Now we wait for Cassius.
Cassius can't really do much because this guy is within his area, I imagine he's going to try to attack the creature in front of him. So for now, we will go over to Fang, Sylvis, and the beast.
Hmm.
Alright.
Let's see. If I step here, I'm not quite. Yes, I can do that one. Hey Sky, can you put up an effect? Can you put up an effective range thing so I know where I can go without triggering opportunity attack from the displacer beast? You can turn it off afterwards. I just need to know for my placement.
Its range is 10 feet, so.
Oh, its range is 10 feet. So okay, I'm fine to step a little bit away then. Just for a second. So just enough. All right, they're all within 10 feet. You know what I'm doing. Or at least Sky should. Fang draws upon the fire within a sword, circles around and lets out a screech as he pointed to the sky. All attack rolls made against the three creatures within 10 feet of me, the three enemies. All attack rolls made on them have advantage for this turn.
Okay.
I'm using Draconic Cry.
Yeah. So before that happens, we're gonna go back to Cassius real quick. Cassius, you were hit with a 23 to hit. You took 4 damage, and I need you to roll a flat d20. That is a fail. The pain in your arm sears as you are struck by the creature, as you lose a charge of the Eye of the Dreamer.
It's fucked. Alright.
I need it is now your turn though.
Yeah.
Oh, alright. I guess plain, simple, easy peasy. My plans changed though, because I was gonna go for this fucker, but now I have someone right next to me.
Yeah, they hid in the shadows and slinked to the back to get you two. Armand was hit with a crit. It hurt.
Fuck it. I guess I'll rage.
Okay.
And we're going to reckless on him. The motherfucker right in front of me.
Oh, wait. His.
The cry did not go off yet. It's still his turn.
Oh, okay.
It's 20.
20 to hit. That's easy. Yep.
And since I'm raging, that's all additional d6 on top of that because of Hellfire Claw.
Okay.
Because how it works is if I'm wielding a weapon with a clawed hand, which I am, because I'm two-handing this thing right now, the flames spread onto the weapon and it becomes wreathed in flames, and the first target I hit with this fiery weapon on each of my turns takes 1d6 fire damage.
Alright.
Although small, but still.
Okay.
And you said that's it's a battle axe, so it's top.
Yeah, it's topple. So that's a con save. Yeah, con save DC.
Don't forget about your extra rage damage as well.
14. What was the extra damage? What is the extra damage?
At level 3, it's 2, so it's an extra 2 damage. Con save. It's a low con save.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Probably gonna pass it because this game hates me. See?
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
Yep. All right. So Fang, back to you. You do use the call, Draconic Cry.
All right, so all attack rolls made on the 3 enemies are made at advantage for this until the let me just check here. Till the start of my next turn. So I'm able to use it. I'm able to take advantage of it this turn, but I will not next turn.
All right.
As I'm going to step back in and make an attack against the displacer. Does that make it neutral since it is advantage and disadvantage?
Yes.
All right. 21.
That is a hit.
13 slashing and 3 fire.
Okay, it's not bloodied.
Okay. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Silvis.
I'm gonna bonus action transform.
Oh, we're going for that, huh?
Yeah, well, you said his attacks are physical, so... And seeing as how I don't think they're silvered, I should have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from it.
Silvis, as you go to transform, you feel the bloodstones start to burn with glowing power as you you've been able to do this before, but this feels a lot stronger than usual as monkey.
Monk.
I have +1 AC, so I have 17.
Sounds good.
Just gonna put that there. I can apply my Crimson Right feature to my unarmed strikes, but I'm just going to shoot him with the gun again.
You're a sharpshooter, so the range doesn't matter.
As well as even if it had disadvantage, it was neutral anyway because the cry.
Yeah.
Any number of disadvantages are canceled out by 1 advantage, and vice versa.
Okay. Yeah.
Shoot this bitch.
Yeah, we're just gonna shoot him. I don't think a 12 hits. I'm changing these dice because I can't actually see the number when I roll it.
Understandable.
That's very sad. It does miss. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Is going to aim the tentacle at you now, Silva, since you are a larger threat.
Why is Cassie saying sure?
I don't know if he believes you or not. And then also I will do the rend attack against you, Fang. Yeah, that's definitely not hit. 24 to hit you.
No, I mean, does he mean that he doesn't believe that I couldn't see the number on the dice? Guys, the Lego dice don't show the numbers. And that's for me, so I take half, so 7.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it 6?
It would be 6.
Okay. And just to make sure, it is not magical or silvered, correct?
It is just flat piercing.
Okay.
It will try. You guys can use your reaction if you want. It is going to try to flee the moonbeam.
I will. Can I shoot it?
No. Opportunity attacks are intended to be melee.
Then I will punch it.
I'll go punch it.
I don't think this is going to hit, but... Yeah, no.
Fine.
It does not. Fang, what about you?
Well, yeah, let's do it. Come here. 14.
14 hits.
14 hits, okay. 9 slashing. And 1 fire. Is Moonbeam starts its turn there or ends its turn there?
Ends its turn there.
Ends its turn, okay.
Or... Oh, I guess to my turn.
Don't you dare, bitch.
Let's move it.
Action type to move it.
Magic action.
It is an action to move it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and it failed!
It failed. It failed.
It's gonna take 2d20 or 2d10. I almost said 2d20s.
2020!
13
So,
and
13 radiant.
yep. 13 radiant, and then of course it reveals its true form, or we can't shapeshift if until it leaves the cylinder.
Yep.
If it's a shapeshifter, it says it makes its saving throw with disadvantage.
Does it say that?
In Moonbeam, a shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell's light.
Damn, alright.
It does not say that in the updated version. Like, just so...
Ah, shit, that's the legacy one.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
That is kind of weird, yeah. But... as you can see, the creature has been reverted back into a normal shadow. Very, very good job with the call out on Moonbeam, you fucker. I'm going to punch you in the face now.
You can't punch me in the face. I mean, you can try.
16?
No.
Fuck! Ah!
I checked his sheet. AC 17, bitch.
Alright. Cassius, this is against you. And you use Reckless. 17. That hits. Okay, I need a d20 roll again. The flat d20. And you take 6 damage. That's a pass, so you don't have to worry. The damage is not This is necrotic damage, so unless you have resistance to necrotic, I believe you take the flat 6 damage.
3,000. Hold on, what the fuck was that? What do you mean 3,327 HP, Steven? What the fuck was?
Alright.
It's not wrong.
Since they attacked you guys.
Don't worry about that.
That's just Steven's little pony build.
They tried to stealth away using the shadows, but they did not. The one that Cassius is not one entirely. So, Cassius, you're on it with this fucker. You're not letting him out of your sights. It is now your turn. You do not have to reckless discern thanks to Fang. Okay, you want him dead. I understand.
Yeah.
Alright. Fang, you're up.
Okay.
The one that is in front of Cassius is currently looking the worst.
That one turned into a displacer beast.
Yeah, they can't do that again because in order to transform into a displacer beast, they need to combine together. But the radiant damage and the damage you've been doing so far got rid of most of them.
Yeah, I'm going to smack. No, I'm not actually.
It's no longer a displacer beast, so you have advantage. It was still the same entity for your cry.
I don't have the cry.
It lasts until the end of the turn. Or until the next turn.
It lasts until the start of my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could ready your action for me to get there. But it's already gone.
I already
Never mind.
rolled, so...
Yeah. I tried!
I'm gonna put a healing word myself.
Okay.
Yay, 6 HP back.
You're up, Silvus.
Monkey move. Advantage or
Plus
2? Okay. Use that to do that. Yeah, we're just gonna shoot it again. I'll just make sure, yep. Because I shot, punched. Yeah. So this is +2 damage because it's a ranged attack. Dirty 20?
Dirty 20 hits.
$2d10 and a D4 plus 2. 23 damage?
That's more than enough to overkill it. Like, even with the resistance to lightning, that is just brutal.
Damn.
That being said, because of that, it is Azul's turn now. And, I think he has an idea.
Actually, wait a minute, hold on.
Darn it!
Can I get both? Can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can get both.
Alright. Both of those make a con save.
$12 is the highest.
Both of them failed.
Okay, well.
This is gonna be a big ouch.
And that is 7.
Oh.
I was expecting a little bit more.
I
But
know.
that does kill them, because they're weak to Radiant.
Bro. Hands? What does that mean?
I mean, he did say food.
What is he
Okay.
eating? Barbecue?
Maybe.
What? Alright.
What?
Nope, nope, we're not, I'm not gonna, oh, I won't talk about that. Okay, so
Does anything...
you guys see this weird stuff start to drop from the monsters as they are defeated. You can tell that they have... It seems very potent in magic, actually.
Are we doing the overkill rule in this campaign as well?
Yes, I did take into account overkill.
Okay, okay.
Collecting up these little tiny things of energy. You guys were able to collect 26 of them. It was originally 13, but the overkill on all free creatures did bring it up to a 26. I will note that I rolled 3d20 and got 13 between them, and then I rolled 3d10 because of the overkill and still got a 13. That's why I said what.
I see.
Fair enough, Cassius.
All right, now, where did they come from?
I didn't really think of it before, but are you the same person?
What are you talking about? I am me. I always have been.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, who's the gorilla?
Calm down, big fella. You did good.
You want a banana? They might have a banana somewhere around here.
Will the next time we have combat be within an hour or later than an hour?
I would say that you guys are... From what you can tell, the area seems clear. You seem safe to rest.
Okay. I will then untransform.
Yeah.
Monkey, where you going? Come back.
Goodbye, monkey.
Come back, monkey.
So
I have a banana for you.
You have 7 bullets left in your chamber, Silvus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I'm keeping track. I know. And then I'm back. All right.
That
Oh, hey, the
is a
monkey's-
rather loud stick.
It's not a stick? Question mark.
Right, I remember someone had something like that, but it was much shorter.
Whoa there.
Okay.
Did the dog person get the zoomies?
Hey, whoa, you don't know I'm a dog person.
It's out of character.
How dare you accuse me of being a dog person? How dare you? I am highly offended by this.
Yeah, he clearly
Not
likes
Riley!
it.
attention.
I'm not a lycanthrope yet. I mean, what now? What's the lycanthrope?
Who are you?
I've gone by different names in the past. You can call me Fable. Interesting to see that there are people who are still awake even after the curse.
Curse? What kind of curse?
Oh. Some of you aren't from around here. That makes things interesting.
Well, according to them, I was here frozen in a block of ice, so
With a very nice looking sword, if I might add.
could use a nice clean, but we don't really have the things for that right now.
Fang, do you know this person?
Not really. We're
If-
getting quite close.
If you did, it would be hard to tell considering most of his face is covered. You can tell that he wears some sort of cloak and has a hat on.
You think it's there? I'm gonna have to ask you to not get so close to the child.
Ah, apologies.
No problem.
So-
Just make sure to mind your distance next time.
For those of you who aren't from around here, this is Fantasia, the Isle of Dreams. Wherever you may have
is
been
that
before,
why
you're
we
definitely
want us
far
to
from
leave?
home.
Because this is the dream place.
A couple months ago, our island was hit with a curse to put everyone into an eternal slumber. Those with the who managed to starve off the curse and have awoken are branded with the mark of the eyes of the dreamer. He uses this magic to make the symbol of the mark appear. Azul, you know this mark, you recognize this mark, you've seen it before.
Mhm.
Tell me, have you felt any pain, any of you, in your left shoulder recently?
I have for a tiny bit.
Are you the one who caused it?
Not at all.
I don't think so. My shoulder's been fine.
The mark rests on the shoulder of anyone who is awake on the Isles. When you encounter monsters, such as the one that you all just defeated, they will try to eat away at that mark, pull you back into the realm of sleep. Though, as long as you know how to get sleep in a proper way, it's not too hard to try to get it back up. I have a house in the city that's the village that could provide some assistance to you if you wish to rest.
Wait. If we're not supposed to go back to sleep, how do we rest? Wouldn't that just pull us back like you say?
You need a bonfire, a campfire, or like a chimney fire. The fire stars away the nightmares. It prevents them from eating into your mind.
Would you say that Fang's sword being in the ground as a bonfire, the soothing heat that it was giving off?
Little one, may I see your blade? I will give it back, I promise.
If you promise.
Good luck trying to carry that thing.
He picks it up. You see him
Cassius!
look over the sword for a bit.
Cassius, are you sure that that thing is heavy, as you say?
I mean, it was heavy for me to pick up. Here, let me give it another shot.
He puts it in your hands, Cassius. Strength save.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, your hands just go down immediately as it just...
Here, let me
Guys,
help.
I don't want to play D&D anymore. It's not treating me.
No. No.
I will note, for both Silvus and Azul, you find yourself unable to pick up the blade. It seems that only Fable and Fang are the only ones who can actually pick up the blade.
You're saying I can't pick it up with my -1 strength?
No, not at all. But as you mentioned to him, Silvus, he picks up the blade and takes it and puts it into the ground. Any pain that any of you were feeling in your shoulder eases away as this area feels a lot... The warmth of the sword is a lot nicer.
Do the runes light up like you did last time?
They do. Yes. This flame is adequate for what you may be looking for. As long as you stay near the child and his blade, his sword should be able to provide a place for you to rest at night.
Interesting.
Really convenient that other people can't. But if you can, there has to be others. Right?
Theoretically. I wouldn't put it past it. I've never met anyone else who can lift that sword.
Wait. How do you know about this sword?
Yeah.
What? You've never heard of legends?
Excuse me, mister. We're not from here. How could we have heard of legend from
See.
here?
Listen, certain items are powerful, innately powerful. But if you go out of your way to spend time and nurture the item, it could end up becoming even more powerful as its legend starts to foundate the world itself.
You mean like his boomstick?
I'm not sure about that.
This is just a regular old gun, not a boomstick. Those are different.
Can I get an insight check from the party?
It just has to do with Fae Fiend or Undead.
No.
I'm just kidding. It was to get a good roll.
So Fang would immediately notice, and
Oh, Cassius.
Oh my god!
Poor
Yeah,
Cass.
no, this is actually legitimately starting to irritate the fuck out of me.
oh, that's two sessions in a row. Jesus, I'm sorry, man. But you guys notice that when he is mentioning like the idea of items being legend, his gaze is almost. It's a sense of hostility that's pointed towards Azul. Specifically Azul's wand.
You're looking quite angry.
What does his red line thingy have to do with you?
Let's just say that the wrong item in the wrong hands could end up doing terrible damage to everything. So, you two are from not this area. May I ask what the other two are here for? Maybe I can assist as well.
Well, we are here to find the doctor for this guy's bite mark on him.
He just raises his arm just to show up.
Bite mark? Question mark?
You can see it very clearly. It's a festering bite mark.
What would I know anything about said festering bite mark with my knowledge of curses and transformations?
I'm not even going to say you need to roll about that. You know what lycanthropy is. You are a lycanthrope.
Okay.
Maybe the
I'll
monk
let,
did.
I'll let Mr. Fableman say something about it first.
So you're cursed. That's why it is. I know the doctor has means to remedy those kinds of afflictions. I should be able to schedule an appointment with the doctor, and he should be able to talk to you all tomorrow. I feel as though with the two people having washed up from the island, on the island, they could also use a medical checkup.
There ain't nothing wrong with my mind, and there never has been.
You don't have to answer that.
I'm not going to.
The child looks a little knowingly. That's not something you say if you're right in the head.
As I said, you should all rest. If you do not wish to abode with me, that is fine. But at least stay near the
Yo, an 18!
At least stay near the child. His sword will keep you safe.
Well, I have experience kind of roughing it outside.
I also have the experience of running
bad.
outside. I mean, if you guys aren't opposed to it, we could always go back to the forest and we can stay there. I have a cabin in there.
How far is the cabin from?
I don't know, Sky. How far is that?
Are you talking about?
It's like right about here, where I live at, right about in there.
Yeah, you know, the other side of the island.
What? Dude, we made amazing time as just me and a Zoom.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. Holy shit.
It's only 80 feet.
It's only 80 feet.
Just make the appointment for later in the day, dude. Like, come on, it'll be fine. We'll get there by like noon. You leave at like 6 in the morning. You can get there by noon, maybe 1.
Well, I don't know if you
Mr.
know this. It's late at night.
We're 4 well-armed people. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine.
Mr. Fable, I've got a question.
And
Does
what
the
might
doctor
that
make
be?
house calls?
What do you have to offer us if we join you? Willing to help us cover items?
He is cutting out a lot. It is hard to
fix his
understand.
cutting out?
Alright, okay.
Am I good? Do I sound
Yeah.
bad?
You sound
You
better.
were doing it.
Do I sound
was-
better now?
Yeah,
Kinda.
you sound better now.
Funny, to be honest.
I asked Mr. Fable if he had any intention of being able to help us figure out / develop our special items that he mentioned. And if we were to go with him, what would he be able to provide?
You say that like you have a special item of your own.
I will not.
Oh, come on. If you have a special
Deny.
item,
I will not
mean,
deny the
honestly,
fact that I may or may not have something in my possession that what you said might seem like an item that could be used like you described.
Dude, if my character knew what a lawyer is, he would call you one.
Objection relevance.
As he palms out the redstone. I was going to say a fake redstone.
Young man, are you aware of the world of alchemy? Turning coal into gold. Having the world bend to your will as you make whatever you need.
I have dabbled in it / done research on the subject, yes.
Then you should know that that stone is a very powerful item. But it needs time to gather its magic. The shadows dropped something, did they not?
I think so.
Yeah, it's the 26.
This weird shimmery stuff.
Yeah.
Fang. Fang.
God damn it, you and your biblical knowledge, you fucker!
I'm sorry. I just know shit, bro.
Yes, a glowing pulsing red stone of alchemy. It is a philosopher's stone.
Hey, Full Metal Alchemist, man. It steered me in the right direction.
yes. When you were talking about that, I can't respond yet.
Those shadows contain the essences of dreams. They are very high magical potency and can be used, especially with that stone, to charge certain magical effects. if you were to use some, it should be able to provide the material component that you would need to convert into small basic items that you would need. You can't do too much though right now, I imagine, with how low power it is.
Are you saying I can produce my own ammunition with this thing?
Do you know what your ammunition is consistent of?
Gunpowder, metal, lead, to be more specific. Brass, maybe. Some of those components.
Why don't you give it a try? I want to see this with my own eyes.
Oh. Okay.
Alright. 25% chance. Here we go.
Here's my D4 damage. Take 1 damage.
I thought that was the D20. I was... Oh my god. Does anyone have guidance? Does anyone want to help them out with the guidance?
I don't need it!
Oh?
They rolled an 18.
Wait, is that the DC I said?
That's the
Yes.
DC!
Congratulations.
It says a wisdom check with alchemy tools, meaning you just have proficiency with it. So it would be a +2. That matches up. Or at least, actually, no. Does it?
Yeah,
Does it?
wisdom check with alchemy supplies.
And I have
Oh, wait.
proficiency with alchemy supplies.
Oh, so technically it's a 20.
I thought it was a medicine.
Yeah.
It was a medicine before, so I rolled medicine.
I changed it from it being a medicine check to being your alchemist supplies. So technically you have proficiency. So it's a +4, but
So-
that's still a pass.
Oh, it's a +4.
So it's so you need to roll a 14 or higher in order to activate it.
That's a little bit better. I'm gonna make a custom skill real quick.
You probably should.
Okay, we need a D6.
Oh, yes.
How many do you procure? 4.
Oh.
Hey, he started with 10, ended with 11. Of the 23 that you guys collected, it takes 4 of them in order to use the alchemy stone. So the number left is 19. So 19 dream shards, we'll call them.
I thought we had 26.
Oh yeah, 26. So you have 22 dream shards left. But
Okay.
yeah, you watch as this dream energy goes into the stone, and like holding it above your other hand, Sylvis, you watch as just 4 of your bullets just magically fall into your hands.
Did that gemstone just spawn little metal things?
It doesn't spawn it; it converts. It took the potent
Does-
energy of the dream shards and made it into something he desired.
Question, Mr. Fable.
Yes.
Can I convert other resources into a different resource? As you said, what'd you say? Coal to gold or something? Coal to iron?
If you have enough of it, yes.
Gold to gold.
But could I take rust and turn it into silver? Or some
Ferric?
other chemical makeup?
It would take some practice. The only thing I do not recommend is trying to convert anything into those dream shards. That is an extremely dangerous practice and can get explosive.
Kaboom.
But to answer your question, I can definitely help you on your path to start getting more practice with that stone and even allow you to power it up. I imagine I could do something similar with the sword that Fang has. I want you all to shush with your Fermite jokes.
Fang said
You know what
termite.
he needed it for.
So it changes things into other things.
It's conversion.
Does it inherently follow the law of...
Equivalent exchange, yes.
And
So I can't
Can it-
turn one of something to two of something.
That's correct.
can it make food? I am rather hungry.
I have food back in my cabin if you all are looking for a meal to eat.
Well, can it make food?
Theoretically, I feel like it would be a bit more difficult with the organic matter, but
Okay.
I don't know about you, lads, but I want food.
As he goes off to Fable's side.
oh,
We should follow the little kid because of the sword, guys. As I also follow Fang.
Yeah, I suppose. Got nothing better to do. Can't do anything tomorrow.
All right, Azul. Majority votes. You're with us.
He doesn't get a vote. I'm just dragging him.
I ain't dragging nobody. What are you talking about?
I'm dragging.
Dragon?
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 Please unhand me. I can walk on my own.
No, you're being dragged.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, Satan!
What the fuck?
Everything
Where
else.
was this nat 20 earlier?
Yeah, everything else. Shit. Non-existent. Who cares? It's just, but suddenly you want to drag a little elf with you, and you're just like, we're going now.
I'm cursed to be the comedic relief. I can never play serious.
Oh my god.
It's okay. I think you look good, serious kid right there.
I can walk on my own. Please let go of me.
You try to move him, drag him by the foot.
And I thought I was the one with brutal grip. What the fuck is that?
So, for the most part, we are going to end this session, but before we end it, we're going to have one last
Okay, bye.
scene. This takes place after you guys have eaten and rested. But if I remember correctly, one of you don't actually need to sleep for 8 hours. Azul,
Bro.
you're awake. Like, you finish your trance, and you see that the others are asleep. You see Fable is awake, and you see him look directly at you as he gestures outside, and he leaves the cabin.
It seems you're going suspicious of me, Mr. Fable.
Growing suspicious is not the word I would use. What is your goal, exactly? What do you plan to do?
My goal is to simply carry out my God's quest.
You think I don't know what she's planning?
So it seems you do know my God.
You see him pull out a a book with a black leather embroidered cover. As he seems to read through it a bit and then closes it with a sigh. You don't know anything about what's actually going on here. You're just as clueless as the three of them. And yet you're still going to go down this path of the story?
Well, I'm just fulfilling my God's duties.
Right. When the time comes, I hope you make a good choice. I am not going to force my hand in the story. I am merely meant to guide, and I will play my role.
Cool. And to be sure, that's Mr. Fable. This conversation stays between us.
It's not like the other three would understand it anyways. He does speak in Celestial. Just remember your role as well. If you're collecting them, that means you have to keep an eye on them. Keep them safe from the darkness.
That I will do.
Right then. I'm going to set up an appointment for you all with Dr. Noel. You and your companions can help yourself to tea and some of the food in there as well, if you wish. I will be back shortly.
That would be such a pleasure. Hope to see you again, Mr. Fable.
And that's where we'll end it today. Right as the music cuts out. So, as usual, Armand, Sayan, Steven, Corey, thank you for attending. I hope that despite the dice rolls being a bit of... okay, they were being a bitch to you, Sayan, I'm sorry. But I
swear to God, I get one more session like this, I'm going to quit.
I do hope
This is
that you
bullshit.
enjoyed the session. I hope that there are some... I hope you guys enjoyed the new story and the way that things are shaping up. I can assure you that the story is only going to get more interesting from here. And let's hope we can get tea in soon, because... God, I miss Fyodor.
Yeah,
I'd love to enjoy the session, but my
this is
dice
a-
rolls say no!
This is a small character thing. Can you roll perception, Azul?
Me?
Yeah, as
Yeah.
a small character thing.
I'm just curious. I'm gonna see if I can pick up the sword now. Are you fucking with me?
23.
You would see that in Fang's sleep, the tail moves on its own a little bit. Despite seemingly being only a part of a costume.
Okay.
Interesting.
Just curious. Would that 24 let me pick up that fucking sword?
It would not.
Okay, just making sure.
It,
But still, a
It is
24.
It is a character thing.
yeah.
You know how not even Hulk can pick up Mjolnir? It's kind of like that.
You're saying I'm not fucking worthy? What the fuck, dude?
It's like Mjolnir mixed with Excalibur kind of deal.
Yeah. Alright.
So I'm just super not worthy? Alright,
So-
damn, fuck me.
Damn, I'll go fuck myself.
I can't wait to see what we end up doing next. T has Genesis next week, but
The session wants to do Tuesday for Memories of the Forgotten.
we'll catch you guys later. Have a good night.